All right, guys. So a lot of questions I get asked often by some parents or by some fellow coaches or even players. A little bit about a little insight into my journey as a catcher and my, kind of life story when as it pertains to the catcher position. I would say that a lot of people like to ask, how do you start? Who would be crazy enough to put the gear back there and gear on and hop back there and take all those foul balls and balls in the dirt? And it's a fair question. It started for me when I was a young kid, Little League age. I wanted a chance to play on my local Little League team, and the team already had a shortstop at the time. That was a position that I played. I think I was about 7 or 8 years old, and my dad said, "Hey, buddy, listen, you can't play shortstop. There's someone who's there, maybe a little bit better than me at the time, and there's a position at catcher if you want to try it out." And I said, "Sure, let's go with it." And it was truly a love affair at first sight. As soon as I put the gear on and I got back there, I truly did fall in love with the position. At first, I didn't know what I was doing. Of course, I had no idea what was going on. But I found that I had the ability behind the plate to control the pace of the game, to kind of be a quarterback, so to speak, on the field, and kind of be an extension of the coaching staff, all while playing at the same time. I just think that to sit back there, you're able to see the whole field. You can see where everyone is at every point. You have the best seat in the house, as they say. And I think that's what led me to fall in love with the position, was the ability to kind of see the game in its totality, to see the game as a whole piece, as opposed to maybe if I'm in left field or second base or third base. I only get so much of a view, and it allows me to kind of be a leader on the field, to kind of instruct and direct my teammates and help them when I need to, and I think that side of the game is what I really enjoyed the most. As I got older, I found an affinity for it, and I love the position. I got better as I learned to go along, but it wasn't all easy for me. It took a lot of practice and a lot of time to perfect my craft behind the plate, and that's why you see so many of those former major league catchers that go on to be managers in the major leagues. They just love the game. I think it was my love for the game that's what drove me to play the position, and now that I've done it for so many years, I can't really see myself doing much else. I just love the position. I love everything about it, and yeah, that's really it. So some more other questions that we get asked quite a lot.
We'll break up the questions each week.
Okay, perfect.
But do you want to add anything else about any advice for a kid that's just picking up?
Okay, yeah, I could do that
For the first time.
Perfect.
On top of this video.
Perfect. All right, perfect. So to go off of that, a little bit of advice that I can give to someone who's maybe just starting out, softball, baseball catcher, who's just trying it for the first time is, I would first suggest to be patient with the position. It's not an easy thing to do. That pitch can be coming at any speed in any location, and you're going to struggle at first. At first, it's going to be a game of failure, just as baseball is. The catcher position maybe even more so, because you have so many different things going on as it pertains to catching and throwing and blocking. As you get older, you talk about pitch calling, and it becomes a bit much behind the plate. So I would say for anyone who's just starting, who has an interest for the position, has a thirst to learn, just to be patient, and I would second that with, while being patient, try and be back there as much as you can. Not a lot of people want to catch, so for a lot of us out there, it's an opportunity to be on a team. It's an opportunity to play a few more innings where maybe we otherwise would not. It's going to just allow us to get more experience for the game. So you have to do it as much as you can, especially in a game setting, especially at a young age. So for us young ball players who are out there trying to be catchers, just do it as much as you can, and allow yourself to go through the ups and downs of the position, and once you really realize that, hey, this might be for me, then everything is smooth sailing from there. But I think once we get over the original hump of, do I really want to put the gear on? It's so hot out, or that ball hurt me when it was fouled off me. Those are all true, and those are all reasonable things to be upset about. But I think that with a little bit of patience and a little bit of fortitude moving forward in your mind, I think your interest will pay dividends with the position.